So, by show of hands, how many people have experienced some type of past life regression in the past? We've got like maybe 7% of people. Cool. Anyone have an interesting experience that they want to share from something that has happened in one of their past lives? If not, that's cool. So, past life regression, the way I practice it, is called QHHT, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. Quantum healing because this is actually a very kind of deep healing modality. We get to dive into our subconscious and understand what type of maybe subconscious wounds am I carrying around with me, or subconscious programs am I carrying with me that I'm not aware of. And in any healing work, sometimes we're going to bring up feelings, thoughts, images that maybe we haven't seen in a long time or ever that might be uncomfortable. And that's why it's healing work, because we haven't done it yet and it's got to bubble to the surface for us to heal, acknowledge, accept, understand, and let pass through us so that we can be liberated from those traumas or feelings or whatever they are that might be holding us back or keeping us in a undesirable loop of experience of life. So maybe it's a habit that we want to get rid of. Maybe it's relationship challenges that we have with significant others or friends or family, or our relationship to money or work, or even ourselves. How are we not showing up for ourselves, and how are we self-sabotaging ourselves in ways that are holding us back from being our most authentic, true, loving, beautiful, divine, and human creatures that we all are. We're all here having this beautiful experience of life, but sometimes we get caught in the cycles of pain, or the cycles of trauma, or the cycles of victimhood, or the cycles of programs that aren't necessarily programs we want to be running. But we're here to become aware that we are running programs. It's just hard to tell in our waking lives when we're running from point A to point B to point C, and we don't stop to really see what it is we're really feeling on the inside, because life can be so demanding. And often in life, we're not so prepared once we're set out into the real world to fend for ourselves, to really know who we are on the inside and answer to ourselves. We typically are answering to our parents, or the education system, or our country or government, or our friends or social circles, and we're not really sure why we ended up in those places. And are we really here to serve them and the programs that they said, you should be a doctor, you should do this, you should hang out with this person? Or am I following the truth inside of myself and honoring who that is? Because that's where all of our real love is, our self-love, our life force energy, our creativity, and the magic of life really resides. When we're here serving so many other people, not by our choice, we end up to start to resent other people and resent life and blame other people for what we're feeling on the inside. But it's nobody else's will on you. It's your disconnection with yourself that's allowing you to fall into those cycles. So past life regression is a modality that allows us to see that stuff, kind of like plant medicine does. If anyone has tried psilocybin or ayahuasca, where these subconscious feelings bubble to the surface because you can't control it anymore. The plants have taken over, and they're showing you all of those deep feelings that you haven't experienced in a long time, and helping you to heal them, let them go. And so through hypnosis, we can do the same thing without any plant medicine. We drop into a theta, deep trance, theta brainwave state where we can connect with our subconscious and our higher selves, with the universe, God, source, whatever we want to call it, and really get the answers, because all of the answers are out there, but really inside of you out there. They're connected to source, connected to you. You have all the answers to heal yourself, Sometimes it's healing physical ailments like disease, chronic fatigue, anxiety, fear, cancer. All of these things are the result of energies that we're not letting pass through us. Our bodies are perfect temples that should be healing sanctuaries that heal automatically. But when we're getting signals from our body or from life of something that's painful or suffering or disease, it's really a sign from the universe or from yourself, your higher self, saying, hey, you're not dealing with something, and that's why this is manifesting in your life. It's time to let that stuff go. And the more we resist learning the lesson and letting it go, the deeper the pain ends up becoming, the deeper the cancer ends up becoming, the deeper the fatigue, the depression, because it's saying, hey, you didn't get it the first time. We're going to really make you notice it this time. It's going to be more painful. It's going to last longer. It's going to hurt you and more people more. And you're like, what the heck is going on out there? Like, I'm such a good person. What's wrong with me? You're not dealing with something, and your body and your life is trying to tell you. These are signs for you. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to tell you it's time to learn something and graduate. We all want to get out of second grade, so we need to learn how to read and write. But every time we say, I don't need how to read and write, computers can do that, AI can do it. Well, you're never going to learn how to read and write, and you're not going to pass second grade, and now you're 10 years old with a bunch of 7-year-olds, and you're like, what am I still doing here? Like, what is this? And it starts to like feel weird, like I don't belong here. Well, it's like time to wake up and smell the roses and learn how to read and write. That's what your soul wants. It wants to grow. It wants to expand. It wants to evolve. And so, coming back to past lives, through the deep hypnotic state, in a kind of guided visualization meditation, it just so happens that you fall into something that looks like a past life. Probably 7 times out of 10 when I work with a client one-on-one, they experience something that looks like themselves in another body, in another time, feeling the actual emotions of what's going on in that lifetime. And then I walk them through the entire lifetime till the day that they die. They see themselves die. And on the other side of death, you're not attached to your body anymore. You're not attached to that life anymore. You're not attached to your ego anymore. And you get to see life for what it really was, what it really is. Not this egoic attachment to who you think you are, but through the lens of love, through the lens of life, through the lens of beauty, through the lens of the soul. And so if you've ever heard of someone having a near-death experience, their whole life flashes before their eyes, and they wake up anew, and they're like, whoa, I'm here to enjoy my life, to do something, not to blame everybody and fall victim to all these programs outside of me, all these external things. No, I have the power to do whatever I want in my life, and this is my opportunity. We have such a gift, an opportunity to live here now with this playa, this community, these people, with this health, this wellness, this joy, this music, this beauty, this art, also the sadness, also the learning. It's all real, and it's all okay, and we're all human. We're also all divine, and we can be the masters of our own universe. But we have to recognize the programming that's not serving us and release it and let it go if we want to live healthy, vibrant, life force, energy, abundant lives. And so we're going to go on a journey. This is like dipping our toes in the water. I usually work one-on-one with people, but this is a great way to connect and spread kind of the knowledge of what past life regression is. The goal is to serve ourselves in this lifetime. Whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. Cool. If that was your childhood, if you have trauma from your childhood, that's in the past. But maybe we need to look at it in order to learn something to aid us in living our best lives now. That's why we're all here. So whatever happened in the past might bubble up, and we'll look at it, but we know that it's a symbol, it's a message from your higher self guiding you to live your best life now, so that you can see something, heal something, accept it, and let it go. So who here feels like they're good at like visualizing with their mind's eye, seeing something and then creating it? Probably like 15-20%. So this is a muscle that everybody has. Some of us have just practiced it more. Someone told you you could see with your mind's eye and create, so you believed it. Other people just decided, I can't see with my mind's eye, and so you have a self-limiting belief. But somebody that's weak and has no muscles, or feels like they don't have any muscles, doesn't mean they don't have any muscles, they just haven't worked them out. So we're here to kind of strengthen that ability to see with our minds. And when I say see with our minds, sometimes we see, quote unquote, see in different ways. Right now we're all seeing physically with our eyes. We're hearing physically with our ears. We're taking in the external sensory and processing it in our minds, and it's telling us what we're seeing and hearing. But we can also do this with our mind's eye. That doesn't require our ears, doesn't require our eyes, doesn't require our touch sensation, because we could be clairvoyant. That means I can see with my mind's eye. We can be clairaudient, which means I can see with my hearing. We could be claircognizant, which means I can see with my thoughts. These are all ways to visualize. Some of us do them more easily as a clairaudient, claircognizant, clairsentient, which is seeing with your feelings. You can feel it on the inside. Something's wrong. I feel it. You know, it's not because you felt something wrong. No, inside you feel something's wrong and it's guiding you in a direction. Or I think something's wrong here. You're thinking it and it's telling you something. Some people see it. I see something's wrong here, and it's guiding you to go a different direction. So we're going to practice visualizing however it comes to you. Don't judge it. Whether it's something you hear, something you think, something you see, it's all perfect. And trust the first thing that comes to your mind. You're just going to be trusting. That's where we anchor in love. That's where we anchor in openness. When we don't trust, we're really ego-based and we're defensive. We're saying, no, that's wrong. I'm not doing it right. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Why am I here? I wish I was out dancing somewhere else. Like all these avoidant kind of things that your ego is trying to come in and disrupt to keep you safe. But it's not really keeping you safe because there's nothing to fear except yourself. And you don't have to fear yourself. You can love yourself and trust that everything is happening here for you. So we're going to do some practicing. And if anybody has any questions before we jump into that, I'd be happy to answer any questions. Excuse me? We're going to start. We're not going to compress the past life experience. If you want to leave after that, you're free to, but we'll also do a guided journey to meet your spirit guide afterwards. So I'm not going to compress it. I'm trying to just get through the facts first to give some education. And it's 4:18, so everyone's aware of the time. And yeah, you come get notebooks in the front if you just arrived. So as with anything in life, we should really be aware of our intentions. What are we trying to get out of life? What are we trying to learn from this experience? Whether it's here now for this workshop, or here at Burning Man, or here in life. If we don't set an intention, we're kind of just open to whatever distraction comes our way, and we end up meandering through life. But when we set an intention, this is what I want from this practice. These are the answers I want from universe, from my higher self. Well, you'll find probably 10 times out of 10, you'll get the answer if you ask the question. But you have to ask the question and set the intention. So I want everybody to take 30 seconds and really dive into your heart and say, what is my intention here today? Or what is my intention here for the burn? What is my intention in life? What answers am I looking for? What experiences am I looking for? So let's just spend 30 seconds anchoring into what our intention is. Okay, beautiful job, everybody. We set our intentions. Beautiful. So now we're just going to do a couple of quick exercises to show you how easy it is to visualize. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Whether you're sitting or lying down, doesn't matter. Both ways are perfect. And just relax and let the images come. Don't judge it. Just let whatever comes, come. I'm going to ask you to see something. Just go with it. And when you see these things, I want you to try to put action into it. Not only see the picture, but hear something. Try to hear what is going on. Put sound in it. Put activity in it. Also, try to bring in smells if you can. We want to get all of your senses activated. Try to see if you can smell, if you can hear, and if you can see. And fill the scene full of details. Okay, just relax, eyes closed, and let the pictures come. All right, now, when you are ready, you're back in this room, and you can open your eyes. Welcome back. Welcome back. Was everybody able to see something? Hear something? Feel something? Smell something? Anybody want to share anything unique that they might have experienced? Wow, so cool. So our subconscious already knows kind of what we're doing here. And so you might already be activating a past life. Clearly you've never lived in New York in the 1920s, but you have a memory of that. So things are starting to come forward. In the back, did you have something? You were by yourself. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, perfect. And so all these things are happening from our subconscious for some reason. So we can ask ourselves these questions. Why am I experiencing life by myself in these places? Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you. Any others? A deeper connection? Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Good work. We're going to do one more practice before we jump into the journey. So we can close our eyes again. Relax. All right, now, when you're ready, you're back in this room and you can open your eyes, remembering the meal that you just had. Anybody find themselves at an interesting meal? Did anybody taste the food or smell the food? See it? A Renaissance feast. Beautiful. What an image to see too. That's awesome. Any other meals out there that people were tasting? Something they ate today, or a family meal, or food that they love? Guava? Ramen. Awesome. Beautiful. Ramen in Japan. Awesome. Potatoes, bananas, and the leaf. Have you ever done that before? Nice. Wow, beautiful. Awesome. Ceviche. Beautiful. Can you taste it? Is it like watery, juicy freshness of it? Fishy. Beautiful. Nice. So we can really see now how we can activate our senses without actually eating anything, without actually smelling anything. All these memories are there. We're really activating the right brain. This is our creative, our imaginative, the magical side of our mind that we don't often connect to because we're always in a state of go, 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 productive, productive, productive. We forget to create the time and space to allow the magic of our imagination to come forward and show us the things that maybe we want to be experiencing instead of the things that are just right in front of us. So this is the magic of the right side of our brain and the muscle that we've been flexing now. So really good job, everybody. So when Dolores Cannon, who was my mentor, who designed this method of QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis technique with past life regression, she first started this 40 years ago and fine-tuned it over a 40-year career, and then started sharing it in like the mid-2000s to teach other people how to do it. But in her workshop settings like this, she had a blind woman come into one of her workshops and thought there was no way the blind woman, who had been blind since birth, would ever be able to see anything. And the blind woman spoke up and said, well, my favorite color is blue. So how do you know what blue is? She said, well, I remember from a past life. So the memories are deep rooted into these past lives, and somebody even with blindness from birth has memories of images of what things are in their mind's eye. And when that woman who was blind in that session set her intention for that session, she wanted to know, why was she born with this blindness? And through that session, she discovered that in a past life, what came forward for her was that she was a medieval ruler that would gouge out eyeballs from people that lived in her village. And this is the karma that she was now paying on her soul's journey to now live without eyes, because she had been taking that freedom of sight away from so many others. So we really get to experience now what our soul's journey is and what our karmic lessons are. And we understand now that we've all lived however long we've lived on this planet so far in these bodies, that karma's pretty real. When you do something that's not so good, usually it comes back and bites you in the butt in some way. Whether it's an internal feeling of knowing you did something wrong, or something, you steal something and you lose something else. You know, karma has a way of doing that. So you take somebody's eyesight, well, there goes yours in your next life. So we're really here now to heal all of that, acknowledge it, and also just know that it's all okay. Whatever happened in the past is okay. There's no shame. We're all just here learning. And for whatever reason, that medieval ruler felt like she had to gouge out people's eyes, but she's learning now in her new life that was not okay. You are going to be plagued without sight now. Okay, now, so let's dive in. We have our intentions. We flexed the muscle of our right brain. Now we're going to enter a theta brainwave state. This is the hypnotic state where we can access the subconscious. A theta brainwave state is somewhere that we access twice a day naturally. Right before we fall asleep at night and right after we wake up in the morning. Our brain is in a trance hypnotic state where it's a good time to do some programming and healing. That's why we say our prayers. We're supposed to say our prayers before we go to sleep at night or wake up in the morning and say our gratitude. I'm grateful for waking up again, for having this life. And we anchor in that program of gratefulness. We anchor in the program of prayers and sending love to our loved ones at night once all the hustle and bustle is done within the day. But we can access that now as well through deep meditative states. And hypnosis is a good way to do that. So we're going to enter a light trance so that you can remember your experience when you come out of it and write it all down. That's why you have the journals, to write all of this down. So when we come out of this guided journey, you'll have your journal and you'll write down everything that you experienced. Because like a dream, they fade pretty quickly if we don't write them down or record them. A second goes by, 2 seconds goes by, you remember most of it. 5 seconds goes by, you remember half of it. A minute goes by, the whole thing is gone. And so we have the power of writing with our hands and using paper, because all these messages are coming forward for us. They're sharing information for us, so we really want to anchor into them and learn from them. Okay, now back into your relaxed states, eyes closed. Take a deep breath and anchor back into where you are. This is going to be a simple, light level, because I want you to be conscious enough to write down what you see after you come out of it. Okay. Eyes closed and relax. Everyone's experience is unique. Some of us might have drifted off into nothingness, into a void, and fallen asleep. But when you heard me call you back, you were conscious enough to wake up and come back. It means you're still with us in your subconscious, but you might not remember everything that has happened. It doesn't mean that the magic still wasn't working, because your subconscious was still here with us. Some of us will have very vivid images and information that came forward that we were experiencing. Whatever happened for you is perfect for you, and there's deep healing in all of it. We're opening up a window here for a good 3 days of a more direct connection with our higher selves. And so over the next 3 days, if you feel like you're not getting the information right now in this workshop, know that it's all still working for you, and that you can continue asking your higher self or yourself the questions that you have. A good time to ask those questions is at night before you fall asleep, and see if the message comes in a dream or something else in the day, or you might wake up in the morning saying, aha, I have the answer, it just came to me. But you had to ask the question in the first place. If anybody wants to share something that they saw in the back, yeah, please speak up so we can hear you. We have to speak loud because you got to fight the music like I'm doing. End of the hallway. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so there's some kind of information there. There's a block not allowing you access, and yeah, And that's perfect for you. That's exactly what you were supposed to receive. We're always getting exactly what we're supposed to be getting. No more, no less. The universe is never going to give us more than we can handle. And so we're always getting exactly what we're supposed to be getting. Any other unique shares? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. It's often something that people say when they come out of these states of being like, oh, did I just make all of that up? Like, where did that come from? It must just be my crazy imagination. Well, where did it come from? It came from you. You had the feelings, you had the thoughts. It came from somewhere. So, awesome work. Someone else in the back? Yeah. Yeah. What was on the last day? Okay, your husband killed you. Yeah. And did you get a lesson or a purpose of that lifetime? Beautiful work. Awesome. Any other interesting shares out there? Awesome. Oh yeah, please. The fear is your truth. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. The healing's already happening. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. That's beautiful. So we can see that past lives can come forward in many different ways, and there's deep emotion connected to them, and there's deep awareness and liberation in seeing some of that stuff. We gotta know more deeply who we are, what we desire, and how to take action to maybe make some changes where we're not resisting who we are in this lifetime. Awesome. So we can do another journey if everybody's down. The second journey is to a spirit guide. And yeah, just make sure everyone's conscious of time. It's 5 o'clock unless you have somewhere else to be. You're free to go. If you want to stay, we can do another guided journey to meet our spirit guides. Yeah, you can keep it if you like. Oh, beautiful, yeah.
Thank you so much, my man.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, if you want to stick around for the next journey, maybe you want to inch a little closer. Yes, thank you. Okay, so this next one's a little shorter. We're going to meet our spirit guides. And our spirit guides are kind of always here with us. Some of us might call them our angel guides. Some of us call them our angels. Whatever they are, they're here for us. And they like us to know that they're here and that we can communicate with them and ask them questions. Sometimes they look silly, sometimes they look serious, but whatever they look like is perfect for you. So we can close our eyes again and relax. Whatever you see, no matter how strange or crazy it looks, that's yours and it's personal to you. So when it's over, I want you to write down what you see. This one is short, it's not as long as the other one. Close your eyes again and relax. There's some common things that people see all the time. Many people see their guide as an old man with a beard, maybe a staff. Some people see their guide as an old man or as a hooded man, a bald hooded man. Some people see their guides as an animal or a totem. Some people just see them as energy or as light. Whatever you saw was perfect for you. The last time I did this for myself, I was re-listening to one of my own hypnosis guides, and I fell into my own trance state, and I woke up to my guide being a baby giraffe whose head was in my lap, and the giraffe had no teeth, and I had my hand in the giraffe's mouth, and it was like gumming my hand, and the giraffe's name was Baby G, and it was there to just show me how loving and light and playful life is. And that's what came forward for me. Another time, I had an old wizard man that came forward with me with a box of rocks. And the box of rocks were carrying energy. But whatever came forward for you is perfect for you. Does anybody want to share a name of a guide that they got, or who they saw, what they saw? What was it?
Human body with a flamingo head.
Human body with a flamingo head. Scully? Bones in the box. Relax and chill. Don't worry. Beautiful advice. So you can talk to Scully anytime you want and get some guidance and advice and know that Scully's always there for you. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Fear? What was the message? Okay, cool. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. Any other guides out there? Herod? Yeah. 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 Herod the serious warrior, yeah. Yeah. Take care of your health. Beautiful. Awesome. Well, pleasure to meet Harry. Anyone else? You couldn't understand the name? How they pronounced it? No. I find they have the weirdest names, like names I've never heard of before. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. So cool. Unless anyone else wants to share, you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Trust. You already know. It's already here for you. Beautiful. So I want to just leave you guys with a couple messages that whatever's going on in your life, you can become the conscious creator of it. We don't have to be victims to whatever programs we feel like we've been running our whole lives, that we can reprogram anything we want, anytime we want. We don't have to blame anybody outside of us. It's all in here. The deeper we self-love ourselves, the deeper we know ourselves, the more joy, the more love we're going to have to spread to the rest of the world. And if there was something that happened in the past, we can acknowledge it and have compassion for it and forgive it and let it go. And know that that thing probably isn't serving us anymore, and that it's taught us our lesson, and now we're going to reap the rewards of the lesson and now come forward and live the life that we want to live. So thank you all. I'm open to answering any questions anybody has. I don't need to rush off anywhere. Thank you all so much. If you want to stay in touch, my name is on the front of the journal, Raphael Feldman. My website's myname.com, raphaelfeldman.com. I do a lot of work one-on-one with people, which is real deep healing work. They're like 4 to 6 hour sessions where we go deep into a past life and answer all the questions that you have. And I do more events and workshops and speak. So feel free to reach out, ask any questions, and have a magical rest of your burn, and try to fall more into the magical right brain side and let go of some control and know that life is all happening here for us. And when we let go, we get to see the synchronicities and the magic of the playa, of the burn, of life, of ourselves. So, good job, everybody. Thank you so much.
What would you suggest practicing to crystallize the vision, to get deeper into it, and maybe have another activation?
Yeah, do some meditation, quiet your space, quiet your mind. You can do hypnosis on YouTube. There's a lot of good YouTube hypnosis. You can do, also dream journaling, waking up in the morning and writing down, writing down your dreams. It's a good way to do it. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I normally do them in person, but I can try online stuff for sure, yeah. There's work we could do online, yeah. And I could do group ones online. I just need to, the modality that I was taught, QHHT, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, we're strictly guided to do it in person because it's a deep trance state. and so it's big energy work. And so I can learn a new practice that I'm allowed to do online, but I like to honor the practice and do them in person. Yeah, yeah. But feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you so much. What's up?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Where are you from?
I live in Los Angeles.
Oh, Los Angeles. Yeah. Can I ask you something about what I saw?
Yeah.
This last one. I didn't want to share with the group because I was a little bit sensitive, but my how do you call it? My spirit guide, it was white, very bright, and he had no face. He didn't tell me his name, but he gave me a box with vials with like colorful liquids, and I asked him what it is, and he said it's medicine. And he said for me to watch out because I might be getting sick. And that was scary. I was like, okay. And he also said for me to be more of myself, be more open about myself. But mainly he told me that I might be getting sick and I might, so he gave me the medicine, like, you should look for it or something like that. Would you have like any advice or any books I can read about what should I do in that situation? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you know best. So know that you're connected to your higher self. When you get into this situation, I think it's simple to just be aware, say, okay,
Open your eyes.
open your eyes and say, okay, it's saying I get sick, but how can I maybe take better care of myself in a way that I haven't before? Maybe it's saying take some new vitamins, maybe you're have some vitamin deficiency.
Yeah.
But also opening this window, like I said, you can ask yourself this question before you go to sleep at night. Because you know deep down inside the answers. No one else knows but you. You're connected to your higher self. So ask yourself these questions and say, know that your guide is there to guide you. He wants to direct you. But you have to ask the questions. You have to be able to do that.
That's very deep. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Have a nice break.
Thank you.
Just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm in Los Angeles. How about you? You're okay. Like, good. We can go back to the East Coast.